Elizabeth Heft, and I'm a Ginghamsburg supported missionary serving currently in Aweil, South Sudan. I spent 6 weeks in Aweil last summer and fell in love with the work, with the people that were there, and so I went ahead and took the plunge and am planning on spending 2 years working in Aweil, South Sudan. Before I left, one of the things that Pastor Mike asked me to do was really pay attention to the relationship between the United Methodist Church and UMCOR. So I'm there keeping my eyes and ears open, watching and listening to how the missionaries function, to what things are successful and what things need to be improved on, because eventually Ginghamsburg is looking to send some missionaries to Aweil and begin the same sort of work there. A couple weeks ago, Mike asked me if I'd be willing to make that trip up to Aweil and check out the projects that we're doing there. The journey up to Aweil is not an easy one. The roads are horrible, which makes getting fruits and vegetables and medications up to Aweil very difficult. One of our big investments in Aweil is in health. So what we did is we reconstructed a primary health care unit. In a building like this, the roof needs to be replaced every year and a half. If strong winds come or strong rains come, it's not unlikely that they'll show up in the morning to their structure laying on the ground. So what UMCOR was able to do was to take the money from last year's Christmas miracle offering and build a permanent building for the primary health care unit. Not only were we able to build a permanent structure, but we've also equipped the primary health care unit with the necessary equipment. Before Ginghamsburg stepped in and rehabilitated this unit, their mode of transportation was a bicycle. So if someone was sick and needed to get to the hospital, they'd put them on the back of a bicycle and 3 or 4 people would push them to the hospital. So one of the things Ginghamsburg was able to do was to supply the primary health care unit with a 3-wheeler. South Sudan has the highest maternal mortality rate of any country in the world. One of the things we're doing is really focusing on training traditional birth attendants. Not only training traditional birth attendants, but training healthcare workers as well. In Aweil, one of the projects that UMCOR is investing in are fish ponds. We're training farmers how to raise, catch, and fillet fish and get them ready for the market. So now that UMCOR has seen how successful the fish farms are in Aweil, they're hoping that with Ginghamsburg's support they can start some of those fish ponds in Aweil as well. One of the neat things about the fish ponds is the fish they're growing are tilapia. And I don't know if you know this, but tilapia eat mosquitoes, which will definitely help with the malaria problems. As we were traveling up to North Aweil, we met this group of women who have started their own farm. When we asked them who gave them this idea or who is funding the project, they laughed at us and they said they were doing it on their own. I was really interested to see the UMCOR program manager take out his own wallet, give them 50 pounds, and tell them to go use that money to buy seeds. He shared with me that this is exactly what UMCOR needs to be doing, looking for people who are self-starters, who will work on a project, and who will continue to be sustained even after UMCOR leaves. Many of the people that we helped in Darfur are now returning to South Sudan and are there in Aweil. It was really amazing to hear them say that they're thankful for Ginghamsburg.